Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do an introduction of an author who has written and published 80 detective and spy novels and short stories in her career. She is considered to be the undisputed queen of crime for her extraordinary achievements. She is listed in Guinness World Records to be the world's best-selling novelist of all time, and she has roughly sold 2 billion books worldwide, as her estate claims, next only to Shakespeare's works in the Bible. You heard it right, she sold 2 billion books worldwide. She is a fan of detective novels growing up, and during her time, it was Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes she likes reading. She is a pioneer for inventing mind-blowing twists and plots when it comes to detective mystery novels, which most of what we see on TV and movies nowadays are sort of rehashed already, if I may say. She is really that inventive and brilliant. During the First World War, she became a volunteer nurse, tending to the wounded soldiers. During this time, being a nurse, she got familiar and gained knowledge about poisons, which she will use in her plot for her future novels. So during this trying time in her free time, she started working on her first novel. This first novel of hers was written in 1916 and finally published in 1920 after 6 rejections from publishers. So this book is called The Mysterious Affair at Styles, which I bought last year and haven't read yet because I'm saving it for later. Anyway, her works are adapted to stage plays, and as a matter of fact, she wrote the longest running stage play in history called The Mousetrap, first performed in 1952 in West End, which is still being performed up to this day. Her works have been adapted in multiple TV and numerous movie adaptations, and the one I have recently watched on the big screen among her works, Murder on the Orient Express, back in 2017. It was directed by Kenneth Branagh and became a box office success. And another follow-up movie adaptation on the big screen is about to be shown next. I think it will come out later this year. It's called Death on the Nile. The setting will be in Egypt, which I'm really excited about. And this terrific writer is none other than Agatha Christie. She's a British writer born in 1890 and died in 1976 at the age of 86. If you haven't read her works, you're in for a treat. You will be addicted, I'm telling you. I'm in my 30s now. I've just learned of this author only in 2016. I was 27 then. I was looking for alternatives somewhere in the lines of Dan Brown's works. I'm a big fan of Dan Brown, by the way. I was looking for a thriller mystery book, and at the time I just finished all Dan Brown novels. The latest was Inferno back in 2016, which I didn't like that much, by the way, plot-wise. Again, this was back in 2016. So I kind of looked for other books that might entertain me, something that might really surprise me. So I went to a bookstore and I was just browsing through books when I stumbled on Agatha Christie's 3 books being on sale. I had no idea who she was. I know she's not a contemporary writer, that I am sure. But I just picked up this bundle and read the back cover. So after 4 years, so let's try to open it. After reading the 3 books, I covered it with cling wrap to protect it, to maintain its good condition. So today we're going to reopen it and remove them from its cover. When I read the back cover, it said, in a global poll to mark the Queen of Crime's 125th birthday, 3 books stood out as clear favorites amongst Agatha Christie fans past and the present, collecting nearly half the amassed votes between them. All 3 books represent the pinnacle of crime writing, packed with murder, suspense, and highly original endings that have shocked and surprised readers for decades. They are 3 very different books, but they have one thing in common, the ingenuity of Agatha Christie. So yeah, I'm holding it right now, 3 of them. So I thought this is it. I had no second thoughts. I picked it up and bought it right away and became a fan since then. To date, I now have 40 books of her works on my bookshelf. She's just extraordinary. Her plots are mind-blowing, really. Here are the 3 books that represent her best of the best mystery detective crime novels amongst her works, because they are so unique and mind-blowing in the time when they were first published that they received much acclaim and rave reviews by the reading public. These books were published in the 20th century, mind you, yet it is reachable. It has simple writing, the mysteries, the suspense, the intrigues, the dialogues are just so crisp. and each book has a unique and surprising plot. You'll be instantly hooked. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's open what's inside. Alright, okay, so here we are. The first book is, we have here Murder on the Orient Express. This one I mentioned earlier, it has a movie adaptation which shown last 2017. And the next book would be The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. And the third book would be And Then There Were None. This is a movie tie-in cover. I don't really like the cover, but this is a TV movie adaptation produced by BBC. This book happens to be just a best-selling mystery novel of all time, selling over 100 million copies worldwide as per the international publications lists. Now, I don't want to give so much information about these books, but and not to spoil the plots, I'll describe the book as best as I can. So let's start with The Murder on the Orient Express. This book is published in 1934, coming in at 274 pages. This features Agatha Christie's famous creation, Detective Hercule Poirot. He appeared in her 33 detective novels. He is a Belgian detective who speaks French. Anyway, this novel, Murder on the Orient Express, features 12 or 13 passengers on a moving train. The setting is on a moving luxury travel train called the Orient Express. Again, this was in the 1930s setting. One passenger died, and Detective Hercule Poirot happens to be on that train as well. He'll race against time in finding who the culprit is before another person gets killed. So here, Detective Hercule Poirot will be faced with 12 suspects. He'll do his investigation, interview them one by one, and it's full of red herrings. You will enjoy the plot. You'll keep guessing who the killer is, and brace yourself for the big reveal in the end. It's mind-blowing, I promise you. I was racing to the end, really. I couldn't stop flipping the pages. I just kept reading. Easy to understand, easy to follow. You'll enjoy finding out the clues, the meaty backstories of the characters, the intriguing plot. You know, it has great dialogues, really. It's a very unique and original plot, I must say. One of a kind. Great writing, great plot, great twist, and a surprising reveal. But if you are not into books, it's okay. This has a movie adaptation, which I think is available on Netflix now. Again, it's Murder on the Orient Express. But if you're into books, this is your first time being introduced to Agatha Christie's works, I suggest you read the book first before watching any movies. So yeah. And for my second book, this will be Murder of Roger Ackroyd, published in 1926, coming in at 312 pages. This is a very well-known and controversial novel that is written by Agatha Christie when it was released because it has innovative twist ending and has put a significant impact on detective mystery genre. This features her detective Hercule Poirot. Many critics and readers felt deceived after reading this book. I myself was surprised. Remember, this was published in 1926, and for a writer to come up with this plot at the time is just mind-blowing. She did it, you know, brilliantly. It was never done before, and so many people are surprised. And you know, when she did this type of plot, when she wrote this book, a lot of critics, a lot of readers were really astonished at how she did it. Upon publication, it cemented Agatha Christie's reputation as the best writer of detective mystery genre. So it's full of red herrings, will keep you guessing, and you know, it will let you fly through its pages, really. The writing is really good, the dialogues are great, the big reveal will make you go back to its first page and start reading the book again. And it will keep you asking for more. Very satisfying. If you get a chance seeing this book in a bookstore, go pick it up. It's worth your money and time. It's really worth it. And then the third book would be And Then There Were None. This is published in 1939, coming in at 250 pages. And according to Agatha Christie, this is one of her difficult books to write. Many critics say this is her masterpiece among her works. This is a standalone novel. It doesn't feature her detective Hercule Poirot. Title And Then There Were None is not its original title. Due to its sensitivity, it was then changed to And Then There Were None. Just a trivia. Anyway, 10 people who do not know each other or barely know each other are invited to go in an island. Now, they all stayed in a rich big mansion and the only house in an isolated island surrounded by waters, of course, away from the nearest town. The people suddenly die mysteriously. Each of them must be careful and take caution of who they are with because they don't know each other. They were just, you know, invited as guests to visit this island, to be in that big mansion. And so they all turn against each other, suspecting one another, and without any idea or clue who is the culprit, really. It's a fun story. You'll keep guessing what is happening, who is the culprit, who is this killer, you know. Wonderful creation of a mystery, I must say. It has a gripping narrative, the writing is really good, it has good dialogues, fascinating characters, it will give you a look of different people from different walks of life come together and get a taste of their medicine in chilling ways and be faced with their conscience, because all of them are guilty of something. Just read this book. It's wonderful, really satisfying read, and definitely a must read for all fans of mystery and detective crime genre. So these 3 books are really, is really fun, full of twists, unique plots. The writing is really good. These are really the best of the best for me. So there you have it, guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll talk about more books soon. I'm your Pinoy booktuber, and basa-basa din pag may time.